Is your child afraid to do homework? Well, there are 5 ways that you can help your child overcome this fear. And in this video, we're going to go over all of them. How to help your kids who are afraid to do their homework. Now, whether your child is starting kindergarten or is in high school, this is a very common problem. And most parents have dealt with this at some point or another. So hang tight, because I know that by the end of this video, you will feel confident and ready to tackle this issue with your child. Now, before we get into the strategies, I want you to keep in mind that every child is different. So you may have to try out a few different things to find out what works best for your child. And remember, be patient. It may take time for your child to open up and share why they don't want to do their homework, but the payoff will be worth it. So let's dive right in. The first way to help your children overcome their fear of homework is to avoid distractions. You see, doing homework requires focus and attention. And if there are too many distractions, it can make it difficult for your child to concentrate. So take a look around your child's study space and see if there are any potential distractions. Is the TV on? Are there toys or other items on their desk? What about background noise? These distractions can make it hard for your child to focus on their work. So it's important to create a quiet, clutter-free space where your child can work without interruption. You might also want to limit access to other devices like phones and tablets while your child is doing their homework. That way they won't be tempted to check social media or play games instead of working. It can be helpful to set ground rules about distractions and stick to them consistently. This will help your child understand that homework time is for focusing on schoolwork and that other activities can wait until later. If you notice that your child is easily distracted, you could also try using tools like a timer or a visual aid to help them stay on task. By minimizing distractions, you can help your child create the right environment for successful homework. And remember, it's not just about the physical space. Emotional distractions can also make it hard for your child to focus. If they're feeling stressed, anxious, or bored, it can be helpful to talk to them about their feelings and how they can manage them in a healthy way. You might also want to try activities like deep breathing or mindfulness to help your child relax and focus on their work. Overall, creating a calm and focused environment can make a big difference when it comes to helping your child complete their homework successfully. The second way to help your children overcome their fear of homework is to keep the rules clear and simple. When you have a clear and consistent routine for homework, your child knows what to expect and feels more confident about tackling their work. Start by setting a specific time and place for homework each day. This could be right after school or in the evening, but try to stick to a consistent schedule as much as possible. Once you've established a routine, help your child break down their homework into smaller, more manageable tasks. This will prevent them from feeling overwhelmed and make the assignment seem less daunting. It can also be helpful to use a planner or checklist so your child can keep track of what needs to be done and by when. In addition to setting a routine and breaking down assignments, it's also important to establish clear expectations for your child. Let them know what you expect in terms of quality and effort, and be specific about what success looks like. For example, instead of saying, "Do your best on this assignment," try saying, "Show me that you tried by completing all of the questions in the homework packet." By setting clear expectations, you'll give your child a roadmap for success and help them understand what they need to do to achieve your desired outcome. Finally, don't forget to keep the rules simple. Young children especially benefit from having clear and concise instructions. So avoid giving your child long, complicated sentences and instead opt for short, age-appropriate language. Using visuals like charts or pictures can also be helpful in reinforcing the rules and making them easier to remember. By keeping the rules clear and simple, you'll help your child feel more confident and capable as they tackle their homework each day. The third way to help your children overcome their fear of homework is to not try to control too much. It's natural to want to help our kids succeed, but sometimes our efforts to do so can actually do more harm than good. When it comes to homework, it's important to strike a balance between providing support and allowing your child to learn and grow independently. One way to do this is to avoid doing your child's homework for them. Even if you're great at the subject, it's important to allow your child to struggle through challenging problems on their own. This will help them develop critical thinking skills and a sense of accomplishment when they solve problems independently. Of course, this doesn't mean that you shouldn't help your child when they ask for it. Just be sure to guide them towards the answer rather than giving it to them outright. You can also encourage your child to seek help from their teachers or classmates when needed. This will help them build a sense of confidence and independence. In addition to avoiding doing their homework for them, it's also important not to control the process too much. Allow your child to take ownership of their learning by giving them choices. For example, let them choose which subject to study first or how to approach a particularly challenging problem. This will help them develop a sense of autonomy and responsibility for their own learning. Ultimately, the goal is to help your child become a self-sufficient learner who can tackle homework assignments with confidence. By avoiding doing their homework for them, not controlling the process too much, and celebrating their successes along the way, you can help them build the skills and confidence they need to succeed in school and beyond. The fourth way to help your children overcome their fear of homework is to encourage and motivate with positivity. When children feel supported and encouraged by their parents, they are more likely to approach homework with a positive attitude. So instead of getting angry or frustrated when your child struggles with a concept or assignment, offer words of encouragement and praise their efforts. One way to do this is to celebrate small victories. When your child masters a new concept or completes an assignment, take the time to acknowledge and celebrate their achievement. This could be as simple as giving them a verbal compliment or a small reward, such as a sticker or a special privilege. By celebrating small victories, you'll help your child stay motivated and build confidence in their abilities. Another effective way to encourage and motivate your child is to focus on their strengths. Every child has unique talents and abilities, so take the time to identify and nurture your child's strengths. This could involve providing opportunities for them to excel in areas that they are passionate about, such as music, art, or sports. By recognizing and encouraging your child's strengths, you'll help them build a positive self-image and a belief in their ability to succeed in all areas of their life, including homework. Finally, don't forget to show your child that you believe in them. Children are naturally drawn to positivity and optimism, so it's important to project a positive and encouraging attitude yourself. This means avoiding negative language and focusing on the bright side of things. Let your child know that you believe in their ability to succeed and that you are there to support them along the way. By showing your child unconditional love and support, you'll create a safe and nurturing environment where they can feel comfortable taking risks, learning from their mistakes, and ultimately succeeding in school and in life. Remember, your child's attitude towards homework is shaped in part by your own attitude towards learning. So lead by example and demonstrate a love of learning that your child can look up to. With patience, understanding, and a lot of positivity, you can help your child overcome their fear of homework and reach their full potential. And the fifth way to help your children overcome their fear of homework is to get to the root of the problem. To truly help your child overcome their fear of homework, it's essential to understand the underlying cause of their reluctance. Is it a specific subject they find challenging? Do they feel overwhelmed by the amount of work? Or are they struggling with a particular aspect of the assignment? Take the time to have an honest and open conversation with your child to get to the root of their fears. Show empathy and understanding, and let them know that it's okay to struggle with homework. Once you understand the specific challenges your child is facing, you can work together to develop a plan to address them. This might involve seeking extra help from teachers or tutors, breaking down assignments into smaller tasks, or practicing test-taking strategies. By working together to overcome these challenges, you'll help your child build confidence and resilience, setting them up for success in the classroom and beyond. Helping your children overcome their fear of homework doesn't have to be a stressful process. By following the tips we've discussed today, you can create a positive and supportive environment that helps your child thrive academically. Remember, every child is unique, and what works for one may not work for another. So be patient, stay positive, and celebrate your child's successes along the way. If you know more, give comment under below this video. I hope you found this advice helpful, and thanks for watching and happy learning.